Master Skywalker, there are too many.
Swear words.
What are we going to do?
Terrific. This show contains some adult language and may not be suitable for younglings.
Hello there.
He's no good to me dead.
We're fine. We're all fine here now. How are you?
I think you'll fill in nicely.
This is where the fun begins.
Oh, hello. And thank you for joining us for news, reviews, and interviews from your favorite galaxy far, far away. Hey, name's Pat. Don't call me Padawan, though. Rollins.
And hello there, it's the Mayor of Alderaan, Andy Hanlon.
And I'm Ryan. Oops, I sith my pants. Shemineth.
Well, fellas, we are back again within a decent amount of time. It
Yeah,
was, I think, less than 2 weeks since we recorded
that's
last?
pretty good. That's pretty
Pretty
good for
close.
us. Let's keep it
Not
going.
bad. Not bad at all. We back, baby. We back. But yeah, in that time though, we allowed for a little bit of Star Wars stuff to get released en masse. We had a Super Bowl trailer.
Mm-hmm.
We had a lot of fan outcry. And then we had a regular trailer. So I feel like there's a little bit of fodder at least. Some other little
Mhm.
things happened we can chat about as well. But yeah, should we dive right in? Like, I don't really care what you guys have been up to within like the last 2 weeks. So we can just talk
W-
about the Star Wars stuff
w-
if you want.
Were you mad about this? The Super? I did not give a shit about the Super Bowl trailer. It didn't bother me. I thought it was kind of weird, a weird choice to reference a Budweiser commercial from like 20 years ago.
Yeah, I think they even said they kind of leaned in quite a bit saying we're not doing a Star Wars trailer. Oh, did they say that? Maybe I'm thinking of like Spider-Man and a couple Marvel projects where they said we're not releasing a Super Bowl
Mm-hmm.
trailer. I thought Star Wars was one of those too. So to be honest, like when I saw that there was any kind of Star Wars mention, I was like, meh. Didn't tell me anything, but like I wasn't expecting anything in the first place either. So
Yeah, I think it just didn't. I just didn't find it like funny. Like you know what I mean? Like I didn't really get like. I'm like it just felt weird to me. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
I'm not mad, but it's
it's
just
a bit of a reach. Maybe just like, hey, we do Star Wars. We want to play too. We're in a Super Bowl. We're relevant.
Did they show any footage from the show or the movie? I don't think
No,
so.
not
It
in
was
the
literally
not in the
just the
trailer.
Tauntauns and like Grogu and Mando, right? And just
Yeah. Dashing through the snow, and I hear it was like $10 million to produce, and Jon Favreau directed it or something stupid like that. I don't know. I don't know. What is
it was a weird
money?
choice. It was a weird choice considering how
Is it?
expensive a Super Bowl spot was. It wasn't. You know what? I would be more okay if it was just a fun thing they threw up on YouTube, just like, oh, this is
Yes.
funny that we did. But
Yeah.
the fact that it was
You
a
want a
Super
trailer?
Bowl spot that they spent, like you said, all this money on, it's like it felt a little weird to reference like a 25-year-old Budweiser commercial. I don't know.
Andy, your thoughts?
He loved it.
Penny for them, sir.
He loved it.
I didn't love it. I just
Didn't care.
I don't care.
It's so
maybe it's because it's
blasé.
been so long since like something Star Wars came on. It's just like,
It's just right? Like you feel
sure.
like it's
I didn't
always in
take
the
it as like it wasn't actually a trailer. I didn't
Yeah.
I didn't at first make connection to anything that it was trying to do. I'm like, oh, there's Mando and Grogu. I didn't actually really get it, to be honest with you, but I just
Yeah.
didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is that getting older? Is that
That's kind of how I felt. I felt
I
like
don't
pretty
know.
indifferent to it. I think
Yeah.
it just felt like if I thought, the more I thought about it, I'm like, that's kind of a weird choice. But I kind of saw it and forgot about it. But then when you like seeing other people online lose their shit about it,
It's
I'm
like
like, that's weird.
it's like,
That's even more
oh, like
weird.
I know the movie's coming up, but they're not ready to release like a trailer. This is kind of like a fun little way of just like saying we're in your head. Like we're
Yeah.
putting you in your head, even though we're not telling you anything. It's kind of what I took it as.
I feel like Star Wars has been like that for the last year plus or so. I feel like and maybe that's my own algorithm, is, Star Wars content, and because it knows a nerd when it sees it, it being the algorithm and the zeitgeist and everything that's targeting me, social media wise. So I do feel like I get a lot of Star Wars, but I don't feel like I get a lot of news from it. It's
Mm,
it's like Star Wars news is always there, but there's nothing newsworthy that's being pushed out. And I felt like this just got lumped in with that. Like this felt like a reel that I was just swiping past. I was
yeah.
just like,
Mm.
meh.
If you would
Oh,
have told me
cool.
it was
Star
like
Wars.
some sort of like, oh, we used AI to like make the Budweiser commercial, but made with Mando and Grogu, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I wasn't really too off to buy it. I didn't really find it all that shit hot, but again, I wasn't really expecting any kind of nerd media to be coming out. I
I find it kind of interesting that they decided to do that, but then released a trailer within like 2 weeks of it.
That is weird. Now that you point that out,
It's
if
like
anything, like,
why not just release the trailer?
do you think they released the trailer early because people were peeved about the?
Maybe because it's May 22nd. I'm like, mm, maybe March, mid to late March would have been a better time to like.
But we had a teaser already, right?
well,
But
okay,
it's like a full
here's
trailer that
Yeah.
just came out, right? So
I
it's
mean, this is less of a cultural impact, but when The Force Awakens came out, it was like a year. It was over a year. We got like a
Yeah,
full trailer before
mhm.
that the movie was actually released.
and that was a
I
sick
feel though
trailer.
like that was like the first
Of
movie
a
in
fucking
like
sweet
10,
trailer.
11 years, right?
It was, and
It
that's what
was
I'm saying.
like,
It's not quite the same kind of cultural impact
yeah, that's
as
what it
Force
is.
Awakens was, but and we're kind of in that marketing window right now. Do they need it? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe they're intentionally trying to kind of deflect and not really overhype this movie because maybe they know that Mando season 3 didn't really perform that well, so people's
Mhm.
expectations might not be really over the moon.
How many years has
So
it
maybe this
been?
is like
I think it's been like 3 years.
No, it feels like it's been so long. I can almost see like some fan like so there's a lot of people who are fans of The Mandalorian who aren't Star Wars fans that I
Mhm.
know. People that watch The Mandalorian. Like I can picture people seeing this commercial or watching this trailer and just being like, "Oh, Baby Yoda. What's his name again?" And at the
Yeah,
end, it's like
yeah.
Mandalorian Grogu. Like, "Oh, right, Grogu."
It does feel like I don't know, like, I feel like if this movie was coming out after season 2 and it was like
with Luke dropping.
yeah, and then, like, maybe
Yeah,
it was about Mando getting to Grogu for whatever reason, then that's what that would be like, I would be hyped, but I think because season 3 was kinda like, "Womp womp," and then especially the drop off from season 2 to season 3, and then the whole dynamic with him and Grogu now, like, I'm like, I don't know where this goes now. It feels like they're treading water in a way. Like, I felt like the first 2 seasons was building Grogu to get Grogu to the Jedi to be trained. You know what I mean? And, like and then now I'm like, "Oh, they just brought him back, and then now Mando and him are just doing what they did before."
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. It's
so we can talk about the trailer if we want. I don't necessarily feel that like I don't really remember every specific thing in the trailer,
I know the
like to
opening
break
shot looked
down
pretty cool.
scene by scene with the trailer. But like, who do we think showing up? Is Luke Skywalker showing up again?
No, I think they're
Is
kinda
Boba is Boba Fett showing up again?
ooh, that's a good question. Are we gonna get
I could see
any?
Boba. I could see like a bit of some closure from his season.
It's not
Yeah,
Star Wars on the big screen unless we see a lightsaber.
Yeah.
There's a few things I would say, like, I don't care if I see a lightsaber, like Andor, for example. It's like, if this is your first movie since The Rise of Skywalker,
Dave
right?
Filoni too.
It's like, somebody showing up with a lightsaber.
Yeah.
And not the dark saber. That doesn't count. That
No,
doesn't count.
What
It
happened
only
to the
counts if Grogu picks it
Bo-Katan.
up and wields it and does, like, a full-on Yoda screeching body flip, just
Here's what I'm gonna say.
merc
I don't
show
know
of
I don't know if
everybody.
this is a hot take. I'm kinda over baby Grogu. Like, I want him to, like, have a
grow up.
start convulsing and then just, like, fucking evolve like a Pokemon and, like, be like a teenager, like, just something. Like, 'cause, like, I'm like, okay.
Like Groot, like teenage Groot.
Yeah, like just give me something different, like because
The
like
acorns on you, kid.
the little weird like flips they did with
Ever
him as
since you
the
got a
puppet
little
just
sap,
looks
you're a real dickhead.
exactly.
Sorry.
Like I don't know, like I know they age slower, but like, is there any jump? Like we don't all age the exact same pace all the time. Like there are jumps
Yeah.
and leaps, and I
Do
don't
we
know.
do we think Mando dies?
I don't think Disney has the balls to do that, and especially because he wears a mask, and
There's a
you
reference in the
know,
trailer where he's like, he's gonna live for like centuries beyond me, or something like
Yeah.
that. Where I'm like, oh, are they
yeah.
foreshadowing a little something in the trailer that there's gonna be some sort of like epic sacrifice? Who is
But
the
they also
bad
kind of
guy?
like
I mean, if they
but they
were
also
gonna
kind of
do
like
that, they would have done that already. I don't
Oh no,
know.
because they were building to the movie.
Yeah.
it's
It's
going
all
to be
about the
interesting the direction they take
money.
it. So they you know, you hear from time to time some of the theorists talk about how this is Filoni's entrance into the heir to the empire side of things, where like Thrawn starts to come into play and starts to you know, regather the Imperial fleet. And is this the beginning of the what do they call it? The first estate?
The
I'm
first
already over the
order.
sequels. First order. Oh god. But is this the foundations of that? Is this like and then it obviously breaks off and starts fucking around and then like after Thrawn goes, but like a lot of people are saying, is this Dave Filoni's heir to the empire? And then is this going to be like the culmination of like, or sorry, not the culmination, but is this going to be the beginning of something like that where, you know, you get Thrawn back, you get the Rebels characters back. We know that Zeb is in it. Are we going to
Mhm.
see Ahsoka coming back into play
That's what I was gonna ask, yeah.
with her entourage? You know,
I feel
Is
like
this
there's
gonna
your
connect us
lightsabers,
to
Andy.
Ahsoka season 2 in any way, is what I
Yeah,
wanna know.
exactly. It's kind of
Yeah.
like kind of
I feel
culminate
like
the
that
Filoniverse.
I feel like that'll be like a post-credit scene because I think
Have
Favreau's
Yes.
we
directing this, right?
have we ever had a Star Wars post-credit scene?
I mean,
Aside from maybe some of the
no.
TV shows, because wasn't in the was it the Bad Batch that had Mount
Oh, Book of
Tantus?
Boba Fett. Book of Boba Fett had not Book of Boba Fett. Season 2 of Mando
Yes, Amanda,
had
where
the
it had
Boba Fett
Boba Fett
teeth on the throne.
sitting on Jabba's throne on his big
But in a
toilet.
movie, not like a standard episode movie, but in like Solo
I
or
guess yeah, Maul, kind of a little bit. Maul was kind of felt like a post-credit scene.
yeah,
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 could be argued as
Maybe not like a
first time
literal
doing it.
post-credit scene, but just a tease at the end.
something like that.
An
Like, not
epilogue.
really with the whole plot, yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I wanna see your boy, um, fuck, I'm an idiot. Why am I blanking on his name? The blue guy.
Moff Gideon?
No, not Thrawn. The blue guy who shot Boba in the face. Ate his helmet dent. He's at the
Oh,
end of Book of Boba Fett.
Cad Bane.
Cad Bane. Cad
Oh,
Bane, thank
yeah.
you. Oh my god, I can't believe I would brain fart on that one. He's awesome.
Is
But
he
I mean,
alive
remember how
still?
his
Well,
light
they
was
did
still blinking on his
yeah.
chest. His light was
Alright.
still blinking when Boba Fett.
Kill
They had
him.
Embo. So Embo is a classic character. He's got the big Raiden hat from Mortal Kombat.
Mhm.
He was in a couple episodes, I think, in
As long as
what was
fucking
it?
Boba and the
Rebels.
neutrinos don't show up, I'll be happy.
Yeah, it's got the turtles crossing over. Whoa, Mondo Gecko, where did you come from?
The neutrinos. They remind me so much of the neutrinos, those kids, those teenagers.
With
Fucking
their little
neutrinos.
scooters.
Yeah.
And then like the really horrible chase
Wow,
scenes.
you're a really crazy cat.
Oh god, that was awful. Um,
It's funny
okay,
that
so never mind.
no, I was
Keep
gonna say
going.
like the volume, like with the first season of Mando, like I didn't know that the volume was a thing, so I wasn't looking for it. But then once you kind of know the trick, like you can't unsee it. Like, oh, they're just they have this tiny little area that they're filming in because the volume is all around them, right? Like, and it
Yeah.
just limits so much. But
Are we? So what else in the? So there's a couple um throwbacks in the trailer. So like the dragon thing, dragon snake. It was in one or two of the episodes of um Clone Wars. That
Wasn't
was
there
one
some sort
thing.
of like reference to like one of the Ewok movies too? I thought I saw like
Really?
yeah,
Aside from
this
the blurgs or whatever those things are.
yeah, those weird little fish leg things.
I'm
Yeah,
hoping
yeah.
they tribute Carl Weathers somehow.
They did the in the fight scene. There
Yeah,
is a
the
Did
scene
they?
where
I missed that.
the character's name is Apollo Weathers.
mm,
So obviously Apollo Creed and Carl Weathers.
That's
But
cool.
there,
I like
I
that.
think
yeah.
when they're in the arena, there's like an arena. I think it's going to be the arena where Muscly Jabba fights. Is that the
That's
same?
Stinky.
That's like one from the Clone Wars movie.
Yeah, it's Stinky. It's the little, like, Jabba's son that is apparently voiced by the bear.
All
Oh,
right.
what's his name?
Do you guys not know that? Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah.
thank you.
Although
Yeah.
seeing
God,
like
I'm
like
blanking
a
on names.
muscly hut is unsettling. Something wrong about it.
Yeah, the Hutts shouldn't turn me on that much,
Where's
but they
their wiener?
but here we are.
Is it like sheathed? Because they're just naked.
Yeah, you wonder, right? Like, maybe you gotta, like, push on their belly and it just kinda like, like,
You just
"Oh, where'd you
gotta
come from?"
you gotta stimulate them a little bit. You know, you gotta just
Just
rub a little bit.
like a flower.
Yeah.
Gotta rub that lamp for that genie to just crawl on out, girl.
Because
You
there's a
gotta
lot of
rub me
huts, so
the right way
there's something.
if you wanna be with me.
Yeah,
Although there's no couples, right? They're all related, right? Like there's like the fat twins that like were carried around in the Book of Boba Fett. Those,
yeah.
um, and then Jabba. There's the really awful, annoying one from Clone Wars. That's like a
Zero.
dude, but talks like a drag queen.
Yeah. Zero,
Mhm,
is it?
mhm.
Yeah.
Z-A-R-O, I think it is. Pretty sure they're related to, yeah, it's like the Targaryens. They just
Hmm.
fuck fuck brothers and sisters.
Just less
Pure,
attractive.
pure race of huts.
Don't wake the dragon.
But I hear what you're saying in terms of like, is it a movie? I think I'm just excited for Star Wars to be back.
I'm excited to go to a movie that's about Star Wars, but there is a part
Yeah.
of me that's like that trailer. If you didn't know it was for a movie, would you know it was for a movie, or would you just think it's another season of Mando?
I mean, the production value does look good, like, to your
Well,
point about, like, the
Mando always
volume and the
looked
lack of
good.
space and well, like,
Yeah.
towards
I
the
did
end
like the
well,
opening, like
yeah, you're right, did look
The
the
good.
sunset.
music in the trailer. The open like it got your Star Wars juices flowing, you know?
Hmm.
The first little
But then, like,
opening
the
music
interruption,
there.
like, "Hey, knock it off," like,
Mhm.
I
that little,
think
like, tongue in cheek kinda
I feel like we won't appreciate it until we see it in the theater. You know what I mean? With the sound, with the big screen. Like, I
yeah,
think it's hard to kind of watch it
IMAX.
as a trailer and be like on your phone or whatever and be like, this just looks like the TV show. Well, because that's where you watch the TV
And
shows. I know.
and
Yep.
maybe it's good it's been so long since like the last season and we don't really completely know where it's going. Like
Is Lizzo going to be in it and Jack Black?
like maybe yeah. Maybe
Box office
maybe it's good
gluten.
that we don't I mean, we're here talking about it, so we're obviously gonna build expectations and we're theorizing, but like maybe it's good I don't have a lot of expectation.
I think it is. Yeah.
Worked for Andor.
Although to
'Cause
be
like
fair,
I
Andor is like amazingly written. Like even I
I
had
put
high
it
expectations for season 2, and it was like in some ways even better. And
Yeah, I agree.
but like I put a
I
ton of expectation and faith in the Rise of Skywalker. Like I
really,
went in there fully committed that JJ was going
fix it all.
to fix what Ryan Johnson did in a way that felt very satisfying.
I refused to believe it was bad at the time. In the moment, I was like,
Yeah, in the
"Mm,
moment
that was fine."
but that's the thing, I leave every Star Wars movie. I don't think I've ever come out of a Star Wars movie being like, "That sucked."
I will say, the Last Jedi. I definitely was angry.
I was
I
confused.
wasn't. I
I
wasn't.
was angry.
See, I leave every time. It's not until I watch it the second time and I allow it to like there,
Like
hearing
when,
the opening crawl, like the music, and just the whole experience of seeing
yeah.
a Star Wars
The
movie on the big
fanfare.
screen. I always walk out
I
just a
think
little bit giddy, you know?
I had hyped it so much because like I'm such a Luke Skywalker fan, and like the tease at the end of the Force Awakens. I was so excited to see what they were going to do with him, and I read
Yeah.
that he had done all this training and lost weight, and I'm like, oh my god! And then that first moment when he throws a lightsaber, I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then it just kept going, and then when they kill Snoke the way they killed Snoke, and then the only thing
The only thing I
the
was
only part,
mad about the only thing I was mad about in there's lots I'm mad about now, and I think we've covered that over
Rose and Finn
previous
kissing.
episodes. But, like, the only thing I was mad about in the moment, or agitated or confused maybe, as Pat said, was when he shows up as a hologram to fight Ben.
Yeah.
It's like, and how I didn't notice it at first, that his feet weren't, like, moving the salt, and that his lightsaber was a different color and he looked younger. I remember in the moment being like, "Oh, he's just a Jedi again," so it, like, de-aged him. Like, if you reconnected with the Force, so magically just makes him look more polished and not like a
Yeah,
grizzly old
Yeah.
fuck. And then when I
fucking
actually
popped the
realized
Mentos.
he's a hologram, I'm like, "But why couldn't he just get in the X-Wing and go?"
Yeah, it's just such an
He's gonna sacrifice.
unsatisfying ending, especially because he just
Yeah.
dies anyways. But
Yeah,
he doesn't
he's
even
gonna
Yeah.
die.
sacrifice himself.
There's no glory in his death. He just
It's
kind of
like,
fades
where's the
away.
actual
He blows his wad.
Obi-Wan sacrifice, do you know?
Yeah,
Like,
Well,
that's what
that
I
was kind
thought
of
they were
Ryan
gonna do.
Johnson's. Like that was Ryan Johnson's, I think, goal was to polarize the audience, and he's famously said that before, as being like he would rather have a movie that is divided 50-50 amongst like people who love a movie versus people who hate a movie. It creates discussion and debate and argument. Like he's famously said that before Star Wars, before he, I think it was before
The thing is though,
he
okay, so
did
you
this.
can do that. You can do that. Like, so people get so
Don't do it with other people's
fixated.
intellectual property.
Yeah, yeah. People get so
don't
fixated,
do it
like,
with Luke Skywalker. Like,
well,
Do it
here's the
with
thing
Luke
though.
Skywalker.
People get so fixated on it not, and like Mark Hamill came out and said this isn't what I wanted, blah blah. But like, I can get over the fact that he throws the lightsaber and he's grumpy and like, I don't like it. I don't like
yeah,
it, but I can get over it if the ending
if there's a payoff.
was like the juice was worth the squeeze, and at the end he actually shows up and goes down and sacrifices himself in an epic fucking Luke Skywalker way. Instead, he
Yeah.
just fucking masturbates with the Force to be able to fucking
Well, and
arrive.
I think what really what I
God damn
found,
it.
I was waiting for his Darth Vader moment because Rogue One had come out the year before, and I'm like, oh, they're building it. Like I was for it almost the entire time. I was just waiting for him to light his green lightsaber and have a badass moment, and I was even okay with him dying. Just give him a badass moment. And instead he just like, anyways.
And that's
Uh,
why I would have been okay with the whole grumpy, I've
yeah.
disconnected myself storyline. I much would have rather she showed up and him be like, "This is what I've been waiting for," right? And just like, gone from there. And then they tag team the shit out of the universe.
But
It was just like,
it
fuck.
is also weird though that like the whole premise of it too is that like, okay, it's built on myths and that's not realistic and this is what real heroes are like. But like, it's fucking Star Wars. It's Star Wars, dude. It's not, we're not like, it's not supposed to be super realistic in some ways. Like they are like, kind of two-dimensional characters in some ways. Like you have the hero, you have the princess, and then like, you know what I mean. And then at the same, I would say they are much more layered than that. I'm being kind of whatever, but it just seems silly to be like, well, there is no real Luke Skywalker. Like, wait, fuck you. Yes, there is. Like,
This is our modern version of like the deities that people would
yeah,
sit around fires, talk about the stories of the gods and Hercules and yada yada. Like Luke Skywalker is that for us, and people are going to rediscover our texts and our data. Billions, millions of years from now, not millions, maybe like a couple thousand years from
I
now.
think people will
Be
listen to
like,
this.
yeah, exactly. They're going to uncover. They're going to stick their
The
shovel in the
history of
ground
Star
and they're
Wars.
going to hit a computer
Who is
or hit a
Luke
phone,
Skywalker?
and it's going to say, "Oh, good morning, Alderaan. Is this what this Rosetta Stone has interpreted
Alderaan?
this
Good
as?
morning, Alder.
Alderaan?
Eldraine. Yeah,
They
these
that's a lot of
scholars.
vowels.
But yeah,
Um,
I think maybe because the expectations are low, I'm not reading a ton of theories about Mando and Grogu because I don't really care that much. I don't have any unanswered questions that I'm like theorizing about either. I
Clearly
think that
don't
was
care
one of the
because we just had
issues
a
with
massive 10-minute digression to something
no,
unrelated.
no, but I think one of the reasons I was so disappointed with The Last Jedi was because The Force Awakens was just like J.J. Abrams is famous for his like mystery box. There was all these unanswered questions, so I was just theorizing and like, what could it be? What could who could Snoke be? What would this and blah blah blah. And then you're going to be disappointed because you're just making it up in your head. Like, you know what I mean? Like, where this, I don't have the same expectation, which is, I think, a good thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, to be fair, Colin Trevorrow had that script that has since been like
Duel
people
of
have made
Fates.
AI videos, AI like you could probably find it somewhere. I think someone has created a full AI version of what Colin Trevorrow's script was supposed to be for the
Mm,
quote unquote Rise of Skywalker. I think it was supposed to be called something else even.
the Duel of the
But
Fates,
was Duel of the Fates? Is that what it was?
which is a much cooler name.
Fucking hey, it's kind of like that's full circle. That's George Lucas 101. It's it
It's
repeats
like,
itself.
it's like
It
poetry.
just it's like poetry. Um, yeah, don't stop. I'm almost there.
Funny, speaking of Mando and Grogu, did you ever see that video of him going to the set of Mando, like the first season? And then Favreau being so excited to show him like the disintegrator gun, and him being like, it's like in the in the the what's the like, cartoon that was in the Christmas special, the Loyal Wookiee or some shit. The first appearance
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Boba Fett, and that's where he has that gun. And then Favreau was so excited to point that out, and George just like did not respond. He was like, "Yeah, it's great."
Love that.
It's like I
Love that. He's
fucking
like, "Oh,
hate
you
the
watched
Christmas.
that, did you? I thought I buried that. You're
Yeah,
supposed to never reference that thing again." At least the mythosaur looks different because I think the original one that Boba Fett was that even a mythosaur that Boba Fett was riding in that?
just looks like a Loch Ness monster.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
like all multicolored, and they should, yeah, I say they should have some kind of Mandalorian character
I was trying to think from the
that's like
trailer.
Fett Boba
Was there any other Mandalorians in it? Was Bo-Katan? I don't.
in the
I just
Christmas
remember.
special
No, in the trailer for Mando and
on the
Grogu.
trailer.
Uh,
Ooh,
I don't
I
think
gotta
so.
watch it again.
we should have
I gotta
watched it
watch.
right before this.
I gotta watch it on the
That would
TV.
have
I just
been
watched
the
it on my
smart
phone.
thing to do.
Yeah,
I just remember like there's like the wrestling match kind of with Swole's
yep,
hut
yep.
and
Tapes him up with his little kink rope and shimbaris him, and that's
Mm.
Japanese sexy rope tying, by the way.
what's the little guy, the mechanic man? The
Oh,
best
Bobby
part
Frick.
of
Boofity.
Oh,
Baba Freak. There's they're on the scooters.
yeah, they're on their little mini scooters.
Scorny
Like,
Weaver. The opening shot is pretty
yeah,
cool. It's like a
Zeb.
Who voices the bartender in the trailer?
That's that's fucking Martin Scorsese, I think.
really.
Is it?
Martin Scorsese. If it's not that character, it's that species.
It is
Um,
Scorsese. I just looked it up. It is Scorsese.
yeah, Martin Scorsese. He's like, yep, no,
That's
we're close.
amazing.
That's
That's
such a
amazing.
random pull. Like,
Yeah,
I'm here
surprise
for it.
alien voice role. So why not? Like, I love that. Wasn't he No, he bashed superhero movies. That's what it was. It wasn't Star
He
Wars.
didn't
It
even
was
bash it. He just
Is
said they
Moff
weren't
Gideon
cinema.
supposed to be in it?
He's dead.
who? Sorry, Muff.
Oh,
Moff
yeah, he did
died.
die, didn't he?
See,
That's
me the
right, he did
body.
die. That's how long season three.
He's gonna show up with. He's
And
gonna
that's
show
the
up
other
on
thing.
Darth Maul's body. He's
Let
gonna-
alone the Lizzo Jack Black thing. The end of season 3 was
Somehow
just
he
such a weird.
returned. It's already been the premise has already been
They're
there.
all back. Everyone's back. Fucking Vader, the
Yeah.
Emperor. God damn. Even like some of the Ewoks at night.
voice you have ever heard inside your ear.
Just
Love it.
so stupid.
Stop it.
So stupid.
Torturing you.
You know, okay, here's what I'll say. I was way angrier. Let's talk about the sequels, and then we say this every time. But Last Jedi, I was angry afterwards. Okay. Rise of Skywalker, I just felt gross. Like I felt like you got off, but you didn't. You feel gross about it. But then over time, I have grown to respect The Last Jedi more, even though I hate the choices. But at least
Yes,
he
I
made
agree.
a choice where I
Yeah.
feel like the Rise of Skywalker, they were just grabbing at straws, and it just felt like just so many random things shoved into one movie, and then trying to please too many people, and it just is a mess. It's just a mess.
Yeah.
I'd say it's a worse movie, even though Rise of Skywalker I
Yes.
hate more, if that makes sense.
I agree with
Yep.
you. Yep.
I think I liked The Last Jedi more, sorry, the, Rise of Skywalker more in theaters right afterwards
Yes.
than I did The Last Jedi, but I fully agree with you after the fact saying, like,
They're both
well,
bad. I don't like either of them, but I respect at least that Ryan Johnson did something that he wanted to do, and it felt, like,
yeah.
unique to him.
I just also really dislike for like the era that we were in, like 2015 to like 2020 or 2019 when those 3 movies came out, like there was a thing I saw online, or maybe one of you sent it, but like the lightsaber duels we got in the prequel era.
Oh, it's, like,
I'm not saying they
insane.
had to be to that same level, but like if
I
you
think
watch,
Although,
we
in
didn't
some way
really get a good lightsaber duel.
I will say I did like the lightsaber battles. They're different, right? Like, I view them differently narratively, like, I view them more like raw.
They were a bit
Like,
more raw.
Ben is just, like, a fanboy, like, who really trained him, and same with Rey,
Yeah.
where, like, the prequels are, like, peak Jedi, right? You know what I mean? Like, that's so they're doing all their flips and stuff, but I do know
Yeah.
what you mean. Like, they weren't satisfying, though.
No. Like I feel like
Oh,
that
the fight in the
final
snow,
duel.
like, did look sick, and I like Kylo Ren's
Oh,
lightsaber. That was a cool
visually,
design choice,
Force
and
Awakens, I had no problem with, right? Because like you're right, like he's kind of like fanboy Kylo and Ben, and like
yeah.
Ray's just figuring it out, and that I just wish it would have culminated over the course of 3 movies.
Mhm.
Like,
You know
not getting a good Luke thing, like, against
Yeah.
Ben, in like, that is one thing, but then when they're on the old Death Star on the water,
Yeah.
I expected more out of that duel.
I like that duel better than the duel where she, like, force sends him, like, the lightsaber. I thought that was kinda
Oh,
Yeah.
dumb,
against the Emperor? Well, yeah, then they just
and then when
it's
she fights the
stupid.
Emperor, the whole
It's
part of the
just
Emperor is
stupid.
stupid,
It's just stupid.
and then I don't even really I know people like the throne room fight. I don't I don't know. It looks sloppy to me. There's, like, a couple cool moments in it, but overall, I find it just feels sloppy.
Janky.
But with all
Yeah.
the guards?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like the one in the snow. I think that's probably the best of the whole
yeah,
the sequel trilogy is the one in the snow.
yeah.
Here's a hot take. What's your favorite lightsaber fight of all of Star Wars?
Are we talking about just visually?
I just your personal favorite, not technical, not I have 2, like, tied.
Okay, I have a hot one too.
Let me
Who's going
think about
first?
this. Let me think about this. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Ryan, you wanna go?
Okay, so for me, it's tied between Vader and Luke in Return of the Jedi, just because,
Yeah.
I love the green lightsaber and emotionally, there's some really great moments where he's just, like,
Yeah.
sitting in the dark and Vader's taunting him and, like, "Oh, your sister. Oh," and, like, it's just emotionally, it's so good, and then especially too when he's, like, beating him and then he, like, feels bad, and then Darth Maul, Duel of Fates. I prefer that over Revenge of the Sith. Because I feel like Revenge of the Sith this is a hot take. I feel like it gets a little self-indulgent at times, like, especially when they're on the little
The
floaty
longest.
things when they're in the little floaty things in the lava. Like, I
Oh,
feel
it's so
like,
long too.
um and then when they're doing the Obi-Annies, they do, like, 5 in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but
Yeah, that one's fun. It's fun, but it is long, but I think that's kind of the point as well. I think it's supposed to be, like, just drawn out and just, like,
that's
there
the
at
only
the
it's not that I
absolute.
don't think it's amazing. It's that's the next one after my top, but I'd say you know what? I'm gonna say Return of the Jedi is my favorite one. I think emotionally, even though Duel of the Fates and the music, it's hard. I don't know. It's a tough call for me.
Duel of the Fates is probably the favorite just because of
Dual
what it
lightsaber.
was, the
Yeah.
music, the dual lightsaber, the 2-on-1,
I also love
the height of the
the confidence of
sorry, go ahead.
Qui-Gon saying like, "Oh, we got this," and in
Mhm.
hindsight, knowing that he dies. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole thing's
sick.
great. I think honestly, I think the best lightsaber duel, but not visually, is the original Obi-Wan versus Vader and the sacrifice. And there's a remake floating on YouTube that makes that hit harder.
That was my hot take that I mentioned. I was gonna
Okay.
say
What?
that remade version
Yeah, the
is
CGI remade version.
fucking so good.
If you watch
But
it, yeah.
have you seen it, Ryan?
I've seen it. I've seen it.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
but
like,
it is there's a hot take. But here's my thing as well. As you guys have been talking here, there is something about every single lightsaber battle in the original 6 movies that is absolutely, for lack of a cheesier, more fucking woke term, peak. There is something
yeah.
so peak about each there is like a moment or a thing about each and every one of those lightsaber battles. Starting with 1977, Andy, as you said, that's sacrifice. That like
Mhm.
first of all, that's the unveiling of a lightsaber in and of itself. You know, the spinning fucking the
Mhm.
flash tube that they used, like that was so cool. The laser sword, it's awesome. The significance of the sacrifice. Empire Strikes Back, you get that
Oh,
huge.
yeah.
It's like an
Mhm.
expansion. It's like people are wanting to see more of the lightsabers because I think the pinnacle moment of A New Hope was, of course, the trench run. It was
Yeah.
more about the dogfight rather than the sword fight.
Can I tell you, before you go on, my most
Yep.
underrated lightsaber duel?
What's that?
The one that does not get enough credit because it's beneath a big one? Round 2 of Anakin Obi-Wan versus Dooku.
Oh, at the start? Yeah, that's actually a great
Yes.
one.
And it's great, and it's like as much as there's other, like, tidbits along the way, like in Clone War, Attack of the Clones, like how he kills the sand people and all that kinda stuff, and,
Yeah.
you see the flip, that's like the whole "Do it!" and him beheading Dooku
Yeah,
is
yeah.
like his flip.
Again, that those like emotional peak moments kind of things where it's
Yeah.
just like something about each and every one that has its
Even
own like it makes you pause and think like, "Oh, maybe this one. Oh, maybe this one's good." Even fucking Attack of the Clones, seeing
Yoda.
Yoda for the first
Yeah.
time. This like you get why this Grandmaster is so respected.
I even I
You
even like,
understand why he's such a guy.
Anakin
Sammy
versus
J
Dooku
versus the
Dooku
Emperor?
1.
Fuck. Oh, yeah, the first one and the dual
When
lightsaber
does
when he
the
takes
lightsabers
yeah.
go? Mhm. The lights?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
But see, that's the thing where I think the sequels fell short.
there's no
I
emotional
do
stakes,
appreciate the
really.
stylistic approach of the sequel lightsaber duels where it felt like there wasn't a ton of music set to them and just felt very, like, choppy and raw.
Yeah, just hacking.
I think
Just
I
like
think
Yeah,
the sound
I
design does a lot for Kylo because I think Kylo is like messy,
yeah,
scary sounding lightsaber is what does a lot of the heavy lifting there. But
yeah.
Pat, you still haven't said what your favorite.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
sorry, these little piece moments of each and every one. It's like there's oh fuck, I just had a good one as well, and now I forgot it. But it was I having the explanation sent to it, and it's not a movie, but the Obi-Wan and Darth Maul final battle in Rebels. Like speaking of post-credit
Oh,
scenes, like even
yeah.
that, like as like storyistically, and again, at the time when I first saw it, I was like, ugh, what a piece of shit fight that was. It was like 3 strokes and he's dead. Like that Darth Maul. But then like once it's fully explained, it's like, ah, god damn it, that is poetic as fuck.
Yeah. But then you
That's
can make
just
the
like
case too of, like, the Rebels Ahsoka versus Vader and the initial, like, where she hits
That's
the
actually
helmet.
great.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Ahsoka
actually
versus
more powerful
Maul
than
at
the
the end of Clone
Obi-Wan
Wars.
Clone Wars
moment.
season 7 is like the best. Like if you only ever watch one season of Clone Wars, just watch season 7.
Yeah, watch that and then watch Revenge of the Sith. Like
Mhm.
similar
Yeah.
to like Andor into or Andor season 1 and 2 into Rogue One.
And I
Like
feel like Filoni's chasing that, and I feel like in some ways he should have just let Ahsoka die. Do you know what I mean? Like her utility at this point, like I feel like it doesn't. I don't know.
yeah, I hear you. I think he's like holding on, hoping for some kind of story or something, hoping for some kind of relevance to appear in the larger arc of Star Wars storytelling, but
It's the one thing I
I don't know
struggle
if it's there yet.
with like some of this expanded stuff is like when they keep adding more Jedi's. I'm like, it kind of like loses. I don't know. Like, was Yoda and Obi-Wan just stupid and they just didn't know? Like, I don't
Yeah,
like.
their last hope. Yo, sure, bud.
But
Fucking look under
also,
that
there's
rock
like
over there.
20 other
There's 6
people, and
Jedi.
Ahsoka, who was trained by Anakin and is like super capable and super powerful. Like, she wasn't your hope. Like, you didn't get her on the line. Like,
Yeah, there needs to be more stakes. They need to go a little bit more George R.R. Martin on this and just like commit to
so
some
are you sticking with
depth.
Rebels? That's your favorite lightsaber?
No, I don't think I'm sticking with that as my favorite. But I'm saying like that, like each and every one of these has its own little like, but this one's good. Ah,
Spoken
this
like
one's
a
good.
true politician.
Honestly, right? I'm a fucking lawyer's son, so yeah, I got
It's true.
covering all the
It's true.
bases here. But yeah, overall, my favorite one, I think it's probably Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
That's another
I think
so
It's
good.
hard
like
not to love
The
it.
emotional, like,
the
yeah.
emotional, the expansion of like how good like people would have been loving like I'm just trying to visualize and empathize being in that moment in those theaters, having seen and coming off the high of what was Star Wars slash A New Hope, and then you get this with The Empire Strikes Back. You get like the emotional weight of the heavy strikes, the fact he's getting tired and he's like hacking and then hacks his arm and then loses his hand, and then the emotional gravitas of just like that unleash afterwards that's stronger than any lightsaber blow. It would just be like I'm your dad, bud.
You know what I'm thinking about now, and
Fuck
then
your
what I
mom. I fucked your mom.
what I love about
Be like,
that whole fight sequence is Luke is going into it even though he's told he's not ready, but he just doesn't give up. But Vader's just toying with him the entire time.
"Well,
Right? Vader at no point wants to kill him, and Luke is still fighting. Like when he's like hucking shit at him, and he's just like struggling to knock the stuff out of the way, and he's getting beaten down, and he keeps trying, and then and at that point too, he still doesn't know. Oh, this is my dad. Do you know, like he still doesn't know that yet. He's still going into it like heroically, like I'm going to try and save my friends because I love my friends,
yeah,
and then not even thinking that there's anything complicated about this. Like if I die, I die, but they made it out. And then he gets thrown this like emotional bomb, like, oh, but I'm your dad. What? Like my whole drive to kill
well,
Darth Vader is like all fucked up now. Like now I don't even know what to do. What's my purpose now? Like I'm
yeah."
just
Do
gonna
you think
jump
that
into
would have
this hole.
changed? I wonder, like that just kind of creates a whole new layer to that, like that confrontation between Luke and Obi-Wan in Return of the Jedi, where he's like, "Why didn't you tell me?" And that whole
Because
certain
they
point of
wanted him to
view,
kill him. Like,
right? And he would have been like, "Well, cause like I didn't know how you take it." And then like, yeah, like maybe he would have joined him. Maybe he would have been like, "Oh, if you're my dad, then
mhm.
daddy." And I'm just like, "Sure, I'll do
It
whatever
just,
you want. Love me."
like if you think about if Luke had waited and approached Vader when Yoda thought he was ready, he could have defeated him because he defeats him pretty much in Return of the Jedi. And if he didn't know he was his dad, he probably would have killed him.
Yeah.
But is that what did they ever is there any like books or lore that talk about like what Yoda and Obi-Wan actually wanted him to do? Did they want him to turn him back or did they want him to kill him?
I don't remember. There's nothing like that per se. I don't think there's anything that illuminating, but there was a chapter in the book, A Certain Point of View, that has like Yoda's mindset while he's training Luke and while he's like what the motivation is. And I know there was some like struggle, like, do I tell him, do I not? I think that's also the book where they say that like his blanket was Obi-Wan's cloak, I think as well. Um, but I don't think there really was any kind of like I'll revisit it.
Mm,
I got it on my e-reader somewhere over here. So
mm,
I'll
They had to have my opinion of that is they had to have wanted him to just kill him and then Luke be like the hope.
mhm,
The whole thing is like if you think of that like those movies is that, he's more machine now than man and Darth Vader betrayed and murdered your father and then if you go to the Obi-Wan series, it was like the confirmation of like my friend is truly dead.
Mhm.
And then if you go Revenge of the Sith, Yoda at that time had said like Obi-Wan's like, I won't kill him, I can't. And then Yoda basically
You know
like you kind of
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
have to, guy. Like you have
Yeah.
to.
Do
So
whatever
I think
do whatever it takes, bud.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think if you think I'm probably missing moments along the way in Star Wars, but like if you think of like some of those moments, it's like at that time, how could they not just want Luke to end him so that they can have like a clean
Yeah.
slate?
I feel like Obi-Wan, and now that you say that, I feel like Obi-Wan was having Luke do his dirty work because he couldn't do it, right? Like he couldn't really pull the trigger
Which is
himself. So
which is a bigger
maybe,
thing, right?
and
Yeah.
that's why they didn't tell Luke, because they're like, if you have this too much of an emotional connection and it's your dad and this attachment, like you're not going to be able to do it. But we need you
Yeah.
to do it.
Which
But
is
Luke was
much
right. But Luke was right, which makes Luke such much more interesting character, that like he didn't kill him and he was good, and like, you know what I mean? Like it was actually the better choice to make. Like,
yeah. But like I think of even the Obi-Wan series and then Obi-Wan just walking away from him.
mhm,
Like, if Yoda has told you in Revenge of the Sith to kill him, and then you chop off all his limbs, and you actually believe that you did the job, like you left him to burn alive with no limbs,
mhm.
and then you find out he's alive, but then you truly see like his flip of like, okay, so I killed Anakin Skywalker, you didn't, but like,
Yeah,
it's
at
like
that point,
why wouldn't he finish the job? Why would he walk away again to
except
have
that
this happen?
he has to live, which I feel like that was one of the flaws with
Right,
the
but that's
series.
why I
Like,
feel like in the writing of that series, like, you could have had a moment where, like, Obi-Wan flexes his like, Obi-Wan is back, Obi-Wan's got his groove back, he's, like, kinda dummying him, but then in this moment, it's like the Vader manipulation of this moment of, like, the tear and "I'm not your failure," and the whole thing is that it lets Obi-Wan's guard down where then Vader
mhm.
does something, but Vader's so wounded by Obi-Wan, Vader actually does something to Obi-Wan so he can't finish the job, and then Vader's gone, and
That would make more. I think that would make more
Obi-Wan would
sense.
have been the one left to been like, "Where did he go?"
Yeah,
I feel like that would have been a better satisfying both sides of it, but
yeah, because you do
here we go.
question. Like, it makes more sense why he assumed that he was dead in Red Sith, because then,
Yeah,
as the way he left him, like he should be dead. But like in the series, like it doesn't make sense at that point, other than the fact that we know he has to live,
exactly, yeah.
right? Like I feel like they could have written a bit better where it justified it more, as opposed to like, Obi-Wan, you bitch. Like he just like,
Yeah.
fuck. At this point, you have no excuse. Like
Yeah.
you've
Like, if
seen
you're
what
like,
he's
"Oh, my
become.
friend then
You've
my
seen
friend
what
is
he's
truly dead," then you should have no problem beheading
yeah,
Darth
yeah,
Vader, right? Like anyway,
It's an interesting
we
point.
digress.
He's just
So
kinda like
Mandalorian and Grogu, I'm excited.
I love this tangent we went on. We went all the way back to our hope and dream of like we're like OG
Mando.
trilogy
Alright.
slash OG
Mando
trilogy
took
lore.
us. Yeah, Mando took us to shitting on the
Mando got
sequels
us.
again, which took us to our favorite lightsaber battle, which took us to Obi-Wan series, and then back to Mando and Grogu.
Like
No expectations, but
Mando
excited to go to the
showed
movies.
up. Mando showed up to save Boba, the Book of Boba Fett. Mando 2.5. No one showed up to save Mando season 3. Can
It was
Mando
3
save
years ago, by the way.
himself?
It was March
Yeah,
to
no,
April of 2023 is when that was.
Wow.
I
Can
honestly,
Man
those Mando episodes in the Book of Boba Fett are better than anything in season 3.
Yeah,
100%.
I agree.
100%. Can Mando save himself with Grogu in this movie, or is someone gonna show up that you're gonna be like, "This made it worth it."
Oh, yeah.
And
Well,
then
that's just
5
it. Like,
years from now, we're gonna be talking about how fucking brutal it was, but we're gonna leave that theater fucking tickled with delight and
We will.
just
We will.
driving our cars home real fast to Duel the Fates because
Yes.
somebody showed up.
Do you guys do that? If I'm really hyped for a movie, I will make like a playlist for the movie,
Oh, yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah,
basically
yeah.
the
oh, interesting.
soundtrack,
Okay.
and then I'll like listen to that music on the way home and drive slightly recklessly. Not really, but a little.
Nothing was
My
better than, like,
girlfriend,
when those sequels
sorry.
came out and then you get a little bit of, like, a snow. and it feels like you're driving home in hyperspace.
Yeah, and you
Yeah,
see
that
like
fucking
the
rules. Put the high
you
beams
know,
on.
yeah.
Put the high beams on, and then you put like
Punch it.
it's amazing. Anyway,
Love it.
your girlfriend said,
That's my gauge. If I love a movie, is if I listen to the soundtrack afterwards, just to relive it just a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're
I just pick apart every bit of it. If I love it, I'm I want to know everything about it now. I want to know every detail, every part of the production. I want to listen to the music.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm probably going to I'll put it on the background as I'm working, but I'll probably revisit Mandalorian season 3 at least. Maybe even the whole series. We got time.
you
There's
know
some
what?
time before now.
I'm gonna commit to a rewatch. I will
Yeah,
watch it all.
the full series. Maybe
"You'll
not even in the
watch,"
background. Maybe I should
and
even
Ryan will
Book
watch
of
that
Boba
Luke
Fett.
episode 6 times.
I
and
have watched it
y-
so many times
with Kleenex and
for both.
some spot cleaner.
For my face, and I,
Yeah.
I haven't that okay. I will say that's probably the other than maybe Andor, but even Andor was a different feeling. That Luke reveal, I remember the build up. I think I don't know if we talked about it or whatever, but the build up, which Jedi is it going to be? And everyone just kind of assumed that it couldn't be Luke because they wouldn't do that because that just seems like too
Bold
big.
move.
That's a bold move. And as soon as they showed an X-wing, I remember I was watching it with Lindsay and I was like, "Oh my god, it's Luke Skywalker!" But at
I
first,
remember that too.
I didn't believe it. At first, I'm like, "Oh, they're just teasing us. They're saying it's an X-wing, but it's not." And I'm like, I'm just waiting for that lightsaber, and and as soon as I'm like, "Ugh, I need to go
Well,
rewatch that now."
they were on set. The rumor was that it was going to be Plo Koon that was
Mm.
going to be the
Oh,
one
wow. Who
to
got
save
blown
them
up?
all.
I think
He
they
got
even said that though. I think they even
They
said
said
"Oh,
that, yeah.
because they were gonna do the digital
That's
whatever."
why they had the dots on the guy's face
Yeah.
kinda thing as well. They said said to everyone that was on set to, again, hide the secret. Only 1 or 2 people knew, including, Mark Hamill, who, secretly showed up to film the same scene,
Mhm.
but, yeah, I can't remember what his involvement was or why he was
He acted
there.
out same with his part in is it was it in the Book of Boba Fett where you saw de-aged
Yes,
Luke?
Book of
Yeah, it
Boba Fett,
was.
with him and Ahsoka, yeah.
Mhm.
Right. He would do the whole scene, and then the other
Mm,
double would do it over again just to kinda
right, okay.
and then he would be on set to tell him, what to do and how to do it, and
Yeah, so I don't know how they hid that part, but, the rumor was that Plo Koon was supposed to be that Jedi that was coming into which, you know what? To be fair, Luke Skywalker's a better choice for sure. I love and appreciate that, but I think Plo Koon, that would have been a fucking deep pull. Oh fuck,
but
I fell.
you saw him blow up.
No, he didn't blow. He flew out of his thing. You can see him flying out of his thing when he hits the wall or whatever. They shoot him in the butt of his starship, and
He's fine.
he just
He's the
he
one
just
of the
rolled,
1,000
fucking
Jedi that
rolled.
is still left.
He can survive in normal atmosphere with a couple of eye goggles and a face breather thing. He's
What does he
fucking
look like
carved out of wood.
without that thing? Is that part of his species or what is it? What's on his
No,
face?
it's a rebreather. They can't breathe normal people air. I don't know if they breathe farts or something, but
Normal
it's
people? Normal people? Are you saying he's
sorry.
not
I'm being
normal,
a
Pat?
specious. I'm being
I'm
apologies
just I'm just gonna say
to the
this one
rebreathers
time.
out there.
At some point, Mace Windu is showing up in something.
If Sammy J comes here, it just rolls in a fucking
Blind in
Professor X
one
wheelchair,
eye, missing his
just
arm, hobbling around, gray ass beard, ratty fucking robes.
fucking put his head in a jar like they do in Futurama, and I'll be like, Sammy J. He's got a lightsaber in his mouth and just
Well, was it
Sammy
Tamora
J's showing up
Morrison?
at some point.
Tamora
he's
Morrison, he had pitched season 2 of Book of Boba Fett, he wanted to be a revenge, him trying to find Mace Windu and seek his revenge.
yeah,
That would
Tamora
be a cool
only.
fucking movie.
It would be fucking cool. But I just don't like Tamora's Boba Fett. I'm sorry.
He's too fat.
It's not even the chubbiness. He's just that's a little bit of the chubbiness. But
It's the
he's just
chubbiness. It's the chubbiness. It's 100% the chubbiness. The voice is
well,
fine. And then the fact that he
Chubbiness
takes
is
his
hard.
helmet off
It's
all the
not
time.
chubbiness. Is that the body profile does not fit? Which sure you could make that argument that they're not mutually exclusive, but the body profile of Boba Fett, who he is in this certain amount of time frame, I don't think he would have ballooned that much. I mean, maybe they said that if they made that point, say like, oh, the fucking venom inside the Sarlacc pit inflates your muscles and body, and I
Could
don't
you
know.
imagine if they had to do like this canon explanation of why he got old and fat? Like they had like a scene like, well, it was the Sarlacc. He just was just mowing down on the Sarlacc and just got fat as fuck.
The Sarlacc gives
Those
you
sand people
diabetes
know how
and
to
makes you
cook.
evolve.
Those sand people cook real good.
Inside that Sarlacc pit, they had all you can eat. Holy shit!
It's like
That
someone finds
it was
him,
like
like,
a fucking
Boba, is that you down there? Do you
it's like
want
a
to come
Carnival
out?
cruise ship buffet in there. It's just great.
Just give me a second. Just give me a second.
It was all just
I don't know. I feel like they could have filmed him in a way that looked more flattering. I also never liked the whole his like black dress thing underneath.
yeah, I didn't like that
It
either.
looked
I
kind
didn't
of
like the whole
awkward.
arc about how he became like my people. Like they are. Don't you appropriate this planet, sir? You are not. You are not of
Honestly,
this realm.
in Mando, he was great, and Book of Boba Fett was such
Yeah.
a
Thank
weird
you.
show. It's like him most of the time. He's just walking around with his helmet off and getting his ass kicked, and then taking a bath.
Yeah, he felt like Boba Fett in like Mando when he
Yes,
came back
when he
in.
showed up, he's like,
Those fucking knee rockets and the
I'm only
flamethrower.
helping you because you got my armor back, but I'm still a piece of shit. Right? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like Boba Fett should be a dick and a piece of shit.
Absolutely. And like he did in my book words, he did have a little bit of a sort of redemption, but he was still a piece of shit. Like he had a daughter who fucking hated him. He had like he couldn't return to Mandalore because the planet because like the way his lungs were built could not breathe the air that was poisoned in Mandalore. But it was like and he still had this constant feud with Han Solo. Solo
Mhm.
never let up the grudge of like, you put me in fucking ice, bud. Like that sucked. And like, there's always this kind of like feud between them that just grew and grew and grew over the years of these stories. Like 30 years beyond Return of the Jedi, they're still and
Mhm.
Mando was not a clone either, so he aged like a normal person. But like they still maintained this kind of like natural shittiness as opposed to him being shoehorned as a good guy. But like he was not even a bad guy in the books. He was more like an anti-hero,
Yeah.
kind of like
Just
like a
getting a job
Deadpool or a
done.
Wolverine-ish kind of a guy, like badass, but you liked him kind of thing because he was just a
Mhm.
straight shooter, said it how it is. It's just business, nothing personal. Not being like I'm defending my people, and these are like, they're not your people. You can't just say you're the mayor of this town all of a sudden, unelected. No one gives a shit. Like
Mhm.
why are you so entitled all of a sudden? I yuck. I didn't like it. Mm,
I think if they would have made it a movie and did it chronologically, not the weird flashbacks the way they did it, and had him like basically be revived and taken in by the Sand People, and like that's what kind of makes him a better person.
Yeah,
But even then, like I don't want that from Boba Fett. That's not who Boba Fett is.
that's not that
Just have
character.
him
Make a new
be
one.
maybe have him take over the Huts, but like become a mob boss, but then have him be like fucking Tony Soprano, like where he is a piece of shit, but you still root for him because it's written well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but he is an asshole and a piece of shit.
Or even better,
No,
it's fucking Tony Montana, where he
yeah,
does like aspire to be that, and then the fall of just like, I'm still standing, man. Say hello to my little friend. And then fucking everyone comes and just hails him down and fucking
fuck the DS,
shitload
bud.
of blaster fire. Say hello to my little friend. And then Grogu comes out.
Is Grogu gonna
This shit writes
last
itself.
thought, final thought. We should do a final thought here.
Yes, I agree.
Andy's getting sleepy. Final thought, guys. Final
Well,
thought.
no,
Right.
but this should be like a new segment. We should do kind of like we should have like segments
What's
and
the
then
Star
a
Wars
final
way
thought
we could
segment.
phrase it? What's the Star Wars way we could phrase it?
The Last
We can pick
Jedi.
the Last Jedi.
Fuck you.
Who shot first or who the last shot? Who shot last? Is Grogu gonna speak words in this movie?
3. Yeah, what are the over/under on a 3+ word sentence?
We should look at the markets. What's the poly mark or poly whatever the fuck?
I'm too Scottish to gamble. I don't know. I need to learn about that.
How great would
don't
it be
touch
if
any of that shit. But
if
I'm curious
if
with the. I'm
Scorsese was
curious with
actually voicing him?
Yeah, they have to do something with Grogu. Okay, like I'm over it. Like it was cute the first season, whatever. Like they need to do something. He either needs to change, maybe like talk something. Something has to change with him because like the little puppet thing. I'm over it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh look, it's a
I
real
feel
puppet.
like
It's not
he's
CG.
gonna
Like,
talk.
great.
I
I'd
feel
rather
like
him be CG.
I feel like he's gonna talk and wield some form of a lightsaber, or somehow the dark saber is gonna end up with him.
Mm.
That's my
But is the dark saber broken and
Big.
gone? Did it die with Moth? Oh no, is it with
no.
Bo?
Bo-Katan's got
No.
it now,
The
doesn't she?
blowjob has it. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like something will happen there. We can digress. We have to save some material for the next episode. But like,
Hey, just touch this out.
we can leave
one of
that
my gripes.
as, like,
Here's one of my gripes though.
food for
Also with
thought.
him choosing Mando over Luke is he will look stupid in Mandalorian armor.
No, there's been some cute renderings of him
If he
with Mando
grows,
armor.
but right now, even then, if Yoda is
Where's his
itty
little
bitty,
fucking?
That
he
just
wears his little
reminded me
chest plate.
of Avengers Endgame, where he's like, he's a baby, he'll grow.
I see this as an absolute win.
Someone
see
put
it.
my pants. I don't know if it
Absolutely.
was old me or young me or me.
Or just me. That is a great way to end.
Yes. On that
Yeah.
note,
So think about that.
thank you.
Think about, will he speak? What will he say?
I think so. I think he'll say like one thing, like he'll say
And
dad.
will he
That's what
grow?
it's gonna be. He's gonna say dad.
He's gonna say
He's
phone
gonna
home,
say Papa.
and then like people from ET's planet are gonna be like
Pizza.
just like
The little turtles.
Yeah. From 90s Ninja Turtles
turd
movie.
TURDLES. Oh, that'd be a great name for ET species. Turtles. TURDLES.
Or Toka and
They look like
Razor.
poo.
Mama.
Babies. They're babies. I
Anything
say
else,
he
gentlemen?
talks. I say he says father or dad, and Mando dies. That's the emotional moment.
Yeah. I'll be curious to see if they get anyone relevant to voice him.
Hasbullah.
I know you've been pitching that. That's a hot. That goes back like 3 years.
That's like 3 years as well. That's that's saying that for a
Peter
while now.
Dinklage. I think Peter Dinklage would be good.
Peter
I think
Dinklage
we also
as-
suggested like Idris Elba, just like a
Yep.
sexy older black man, just totally out of left field.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman. I don't know. Okay, that's another episode. Is us just doing impressions of who we think Grogu's gonna voice. But on
It's
that note,
unfortunate that we lost Gilbert. So
that is true. Fuck. Ever tell you guys I got a cameo happy birthday message from him for my brother?
yeah,
It's one of those prized possessions. That video, but R.I.P. Check us out on Instagram, everyone, at Good Morning Alderon. Thank you so much again for listening, tuning in. I did look at our numbers, and they're surprisingly interesting, like triple digits at least, and growing. So I'm like, holy crap! So again, thank you everyone for listening. Maybe it's just me clicking it several hundred times. I don't know. I can't remember, but on behalf of my very handsome co-hosts, Andy and Ryan, I just want to say thank you for listening and
be a Jedi in the streets.
In a Sith in said sheets.
ooh. Good night, everybody.
Remix.
Hey.
The first twist I've thrown in fucking years.
Not
Yeah,
the
twist.
last.
Twist these nuts.
It's my move. The move. I stopped short.
But was there a
Just
knuckle
kidding.
involved?
Yeah.